Club big ups today, boy. We here with Dirty Boxing.
To me, honestly, I don't know why I'm not the main event. Like, I feel like I should be the main event. I'm bringing the most stature, most clout in the game. Rosenstrike, he's not that great. He's kind of trash, to be honest. I'm thinking about bringing Dylan in. But my man Dylan is saying, hey, you guys got some beef. What's going on? I need to know what's up. But if I know you coming at him hot, you know what I'm saying? You are somewhat my boss as of now. I don't want to have to be in throwing fists with my boss.
Everything goes right on June 14th. Who would you want to face in Dirty Boxing?
I gotta be honest, I think there's a rematch that has been many, many years in the making between me and Paige. Maybe that's it. I know she said she wanted to do Dirty Boxing. Maybe that's the place where we finally get our rematch.
Bumba Club big ups today, boy. Wagwan. We here with Dirty Boxing on the OverDogs Podcast. We're here to run a great show for you today. We got the boys in here talking shit. Me and Mac Malley gonna run the game, and Dirty Boxing is taking over. So, get you a glass of platinum tequila and enjoy the show.
Your intros are getting better and better, I'm not gonna lie.
Before our guest gets in this episode, let's talk a little bit about UFC. What is that?
316.
316? UFC 316. Merab Dvalishvili versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. Again, rematch. Someone asked me earlier, and I said, I've seen Sean O'Malley working the spinning back kicks. He works the kicks. Someone asked me about O'Malley fighting in Dirty Boxing someday. I said, you never know who you're going to see in Dirty Boxing. We keep pulling out these stacked cards. But, you know, O'Malley's a kicker. And, you know, we did see him hurt Merab in the 5th round of their first fight. But Merab, I would hate to go against him. He's such a lovely person. And so humble and such a hard worker, and I believe in that guy. But O'Malley is definitely someone to believe in. He's super talented, flashy, and has some great highlights. So I think it's up in the air who's going to win the rematch. What do you think, Mac?
I agree. I think Merab's one of those dudes, and like kind of you said, Sean's gonna eventually find like a shot. He found it in the 5th round of the last fight. And it's like Merab's the type where it's every fight's almost that. When he's fighting anyone that's not just like a ground expert, it's can someone pop him? Can someone finally catch him? And it's like he's played this game for so long. You already did it for 25 minutes with Sean. Sean's already got you down a little bit. I think it's far more likely than the first time Sean can actually catch him with something this time. But, man, I don't know who I'm going to bet my money on. But there you go. I think it's more likely that Sean wins this time than the first time. If that's intuitive at all. There you go.
Let's bring our guest on, man. Everybody welcome. Philip, what's up, brother? I ain't seen you in a while since Fusion XL, man. Excited to have you on Dirty Boxing June 14th. Tell the people what they can expect to see. I like how you got a living room set up while you're driving your car. It's crazy.
Yeah, good to see you too, my brother. What is way to call me out in the living room setup? You know what I mean? Just in the lab, in the booth, chilling. But what do you expect to see June 14th is fireworks, me doing my thing.
No doubt. So in the UFC and MMA, you're well known for your wrestling capabilities. How have you switched things up to prepare for a brutal style 4-ounce gloves boxing match with damaging elbows and ground and pound?
How have I changed my style? Not much has changed. I'm going in the fight. The rules set could be what it is. He could do what he wants, but I'm going in the fight to get the knockout, get the finish. So whatever the rule set is, you know what I'm about.
Big power punches coming their way. I love to see it. Can't wait to see it. Make sure y'all tune in June 14th live on YouTube. Maybe a couple tickets left at eventbrite.com.
To me, honestly, I don't know why I'm not the main event. Like, I feel like I should be the main event. I'm bringing the most stature, most clout in the game. Who do you got? Who's the main event of this one?
Jarizio Rosenstrike is our main
event. Yeah. I guarantee I'm my pimp, but
a heavyweight.
I guarantee him. Bro, what are we talking about right now? We're talking about fighting. It could be a heavyweight, it could be little weight, lightweight, doesn't matter. Like, they all could get mobbed. I'm definitely one of the best. Rosenstrike, he's not that great. He's kind of trash, to be honest. But that being said, yes, I think his name is Sasha. I'm fighting him June 14th. Tune in.
Well, what do you think? What are you most looking forward to in the rule set? You've struck a lot in fights. You obviously came from the wrestling background. Do you think we're going to see a lot of wrestlers come over to dirty boxing because you can kind of rely on like overhand right, anything like that? Like, how does that transition?
How does wrestling transition to dirty
Yeah, like
boxing?
how does your style fit into dirty boxing? Because I know a lot of UFC fans, MMA fans in general, and Sasha Platnikov was in the UFC as well. They're excited to see you debut here at DBX. Why is your style perfect for this? Why do you want like this opportunity?
Um, it's a great platform. Great platform. I love striking. 3-minute rounds compared to MMA. 5 minutes. So 3 minutes of me just sprinting at someone, chin down, throwing punches. I love that. But that being said, like I said before, like, doesn't matter what the fight is. It could be MMA, boxing. I'm coming to fight, no matter the rule set. So that being said,
I guess that kind of helps me shape my question. Sorry about that. But like Global Fight League, you were supposed to be getting ready for that. Now that's off. So did your training change at all? Just like you said, just another day at the office, just different rule set.
100%. Yeah, Global Fight League fell through. Now we're here at Dirty Boxing, getting ready to put on the show. Nothing really to say about Global Fight League. We're here now.
Yes, sir.
Don't talk about Global Fight League. Didn't happen. Now we're here fighting. So June 14th, Miami. Tune in.
That's what it's about, man. These hungry fighters, they, talk is cheap with these other leagues, and we're out here putting on shows at Dirty Boxing and bringing people very exciting, entertaining, action-packed matchups. Phil Hawes versus Sasha Palachnikov. I mean, it sounds like a barn burner for sure. You guys are the opening bout for the main PPV. It's not a pay-per-view. It is free to watch on YouTube, but it is the first fight on the main card. And are you bringing back the Super Saiyan hair for this matchup?
Ooh.
Mike, what are we talking about right now? What is this, cosmetology now? We fighting, or are we talking about hair?
You be having the Super Saiyan blonde.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. We ain't talking about, this isn't Cosmo Girl. We're talking about fighting. I'm here to fight. Bring Sasha June 14th. I don't give a fuck about hair. I'll come in there bald. Doesn't matter.
Okay. We are here to fight. Definitely on June 14th is the fight. But in the meantime, we on a podcast to talk about things that fans seem to actually care about. And your Super Saiyan hair might be a subject of conversation.
Mike, he's saying he ain't a Cosmo girl like you are.
I mean, one conversation we could talk about, I'm thinking about bringing Dylan in. But my man Dylan is saying, hey, you guys got some beef. What's going on? I need to know what's up so I can put him in my corner, figure things out. But if I know you coming at him hot, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk.
Dylan Dennis is going to corner you, maybe? Hey, man, shout out to Dylan Dennis. I ain't got no problem with Dylan, and he knows that. But we could have us a scrap. We've actually, it's tough to say when I'm going to be able to fight. I think they're holding me off for something special, and in particular for their suiting. And Dylan's been wanting someone to fight him in MMA so he can try to break their foot. I get that. I would have been up for that. It's just a little bit out of both of our control. It'd be great to have Dylan at the show so he could watch the fighting, the man dance as we do in Dirty Boxing. So it'd be great to have him, man. Bring him on out and let him corner you.
Yeah. I just need to know there's not going to be turmoil. I don't want to, all things considered, you are somewhat my boss as of now. I don't want to have to be in throwing fists with my boss. He's getting, You know what I'm saying? So I just want to clear the air, make sure we good.
Phil trying to fight everybody. He trying to fight the main event. He trying to fight the
I'm
boss.
bringing that energy.
Yeah, I really like to see that. I'm always cool with going viral. We can jump. We can have a crowd scuffle, and we can all throw down and just have a good time. Let's all share a drink after. Josh will be sipping his cab.
I'm with it.
All right, Phil. Well, let us know, man, who you want to give shout outs to. Shout out to your camp and your endorsers, people who helped you make this possible. Dirty Boxing is going to be an incredible show. Make sure everybody tunes in, but let us know who you want to thank for this.
Of course, I got to give a shout out to Dirty Boxing. Let me get on stage. Let me do what I do, love to do, which is fight. Thanks, Sasha, for being stupid enough to accept the fight. Thank my coaches, Drew. He's been helping me a lot with my boxing, being Chris. Everything's going to be on point. There's so many people to thank. I'll be here all day. Thank God, of course. Thank you guys for having me on.
Amen, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been great to see you, Phil. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks, bro. Let's go to work.
Yes, sir. Next week.
All right, brother. See you.
Yeah. I think Phil actually does really good in this rule set. Just looking back, I was watching this the other day. I was like, "Yo, I think Phil does really good in this rule set." Sasha's not a fucking slouch by any means. Like, you got to be ready to fight. But like, I think Phil could do really well long term under DBX.
100%. And if you think I'm the same fighter, if you're watching film from last year, you're mistaken. I'm a different fighter from last week. So I'm excited to put on and show you guys the improvements I made.
No doubt, brother. I know you are a physical specimen for sure. Big in stature.
Stop checking me out, Mike. Stop checking me out. Why are you checking me out?
Hey, man.
Why are you checking me out?
No Diddy, bro. No Diddy.
It could be Diddy. We in Miami. It's all right.
Hey, yo.
I mean, turn the cameras off. All
right, bro. All right. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah. See you guys.
How's the Bahamas treating you? I'm loving the shirt.
Yeah, it is a sick shirt.
Are you back home? Okay, thanks. Oh no, he's not. He's living it his best life.
He's vibe. He's a vibe, bro. He's a vibe. Constant vibe.
Y'all should have seen them Diddy parties in Las Vegas, man. That was crazy. No, it was actually super chill. Who's our next guest? Let's pull up.
Who is our next one?
Hey, what's up, Alex? How you doing?
Doing good. Hopefully I'm not too late.
Oh, man, we appreciate you showing up, brother. Don't you worry about it, man. We know you guys can get quite busy with all the training and everything. How's camp been?
Oh, camp's been good. Just sitting outside the gym waiting for it to open up to train again.
Wow. So putting in double times, 2 a days?
Everyone, I would say like 3 or 4 times a week, putting in 2 a days.
Wow. So, a lot of people were shocked to see some of the fighters we have fighting for us at Dirty Boxing. They were really shocked to see that you weren't fighting with the UFC anymore. What was it that brought you over? Was it our interesting fighting style with Dirty Boxing? Are you excited to throw hands and elbows, or was it something else?
Well, a lot of things. I'm always looking for interesting ways of expressing myself. So I definitely always wanted to try out some boxing in the future, but Dirty Boxing is more right up my alley, so that definitely works out. But mainly because I was just being inactive for such a long time. The UFC had me on the shelf for a while because our contract had ended, and so we didn't resign the new contract yet. So they just kind of saying, like, we're going to resign you. We're just going to sit around and wait till we find you a good opponent. But it's been over a year, so I'm like, I got to go do something. So they basically told me, like, well, you're a free agent. You can go do other fights if you want to. I guess whenever we re-sign you again, that's when you'll be fighting for the UFC again. So I'm just kind of waiting. Just kind of waiting around.
How long has it been?
It's, over a year. A little over a year.
A little over a year. Well, we're in the same boat, brother. 2 peas in a pod. I'm just sitting here waiting around for my next shot, and I've gotten a few details in the mix, but it's like after so long, you're like, well, July will be a year since I fought.
Yeah.
I think April was a year since I fought bare knuckle. So, it's a little mix up for me, but I'm hoping to get back in there soon myself. But we're very happy to have you at Dirty Boxing, and you're fighting Kak Ramanov. What do you know about your opponent, and how does his style going to, match up against your dirty boxing style?
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about him. I know he's a tough kid. I mean, I saw some tape on him. It seems like he's a really good grappler and wrestler. I know it doesn't necessarily translate well to dirty boxing. I mean, unless you're in the clinch and stuff. But he does throw hard punches. Big bombs. I'm more of a kind of stay on the outskirts. I'll engage every once in a while. I do like to fight close in. I do like to make it into a scrap. But if you know me well, I do like to pinpoint from the outside and try and pick and choose my shots.
Do you think it's going to affect you not having? I mean, obviously, it can affect everybody not having the kicks. But are you looking forward to just focusing on your hands? Because you're right. What you're saying, you're a sniper outside, dude. I mean, I've used you on UFC 5 countless times. So how are you gonna confine your strategy to DBX? You get what I'm saying.
Well, definitely, it is different. I had to get used to not throwing kicks in sparring. Sometimes my legs will still come up every once in a while, but it has it has taken some time to get used to. But I do have effective boxing. I feel like I have pretty good effective boxing, especially from the outside. I have been working a lot, staying close on the inside, getting in the pocket, working on closer shots, just because I know we're in a smaller ring as well, so. I feel like that will pay off dividends especially from a longer guy. You wouldn't expect him to be able to be effective in the close in range. But I discovered that in my last fight with Sean Woodson. I felt like I was trying to play with a longer guy,
Yeah, the longest, literally the longest. Yeah.
Yeah. So I found pretty good success staying on the inside in the pocket with him. I did same thing when that happened with Chase Hooper. He was pretty long, but I found better ways of throwing my punches with a little bit more power from the inside, making the most out of my range.
Okay, great to hear. So a lot of people ask us about dirty boxing. They ask us why, and you know, from a fighter to fighter standpoint, it's like, what is the point after all you've done in the UFC and everything? What is it that you're still looking for in the fight game that gives you the urgency to train hard and continue to better yourself as a competitive human being?
Well, I think aside from a lot of things, especially like aside from competition, I think it's just I was thinking about it the other day, and it kept reoccurring to me. I was on a run, and I was and kind of chewing this thought over. As a martial artist, as a warrior, as a person that keeps wanting to do it and wanting to compete, no matter what facet, whether it be grappling, boxing, kickboxing, you name it, you just want to try and test yourself. I feel like we're just in a weird way, we're seeking guidance, whether it be from our higher selves or from a higher power. We're seeking to be guided into a destiny or a future that we're looking for. We haven't settled. We haven't felt satisfied. So we constantly challenge ourselves because we haven't found the true self that we're looking for. And in order to do that, especially as a warrior, you have to constantly grind down that metal until the final product is left, kind of like a sculptor. He doesn't add on clay, but he chisels away all the imperfections. So I think we're still trying to chisel ourselves down to see that fine point that we are.
That's deep. That's dope.
That's what I was looking for right there, man. That's a great response. And are you still training with that? I don't know if he's Puerto Rican or the old Spanish guy that trains all the boxers down there in South Florida.
You're talking about there's Manolo and there's El Tigre.
I think it's a Manolo.
Manolo, okay. No, I haven't been training with him for a while.
He's held pads for Teofimo. I've seen him hold pads for Famo. Is probably one of the bigger names I've seen him hold pads for. That's Manolo, right?
No, that might be Eric Castaños. His name is El Tigre. They call him El Tigre. He trains all the boxers down there. mostly.
Oh,
That he was
okay.
my first striking trainer.
Maybe it was El Tigre. Manolo just sounded familiar because of maybe the movie Scarface.
Manolo's the one I used to come out with all the time, and he also trained Yoel Romero for a while.
I went to your gym once and I
That was
trained
Manolo.
with that was Manolo? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, that was the guy. I'm thinking that's the guy. I've
he
seen him
was.
all over at the boxing gyms down there with a couple of guys. So he just works with all the South Florida fighters, whether they're boxers or bare knuckle fighters or whatever. What do you think about what do you think about some of my fights in bare knuckle?
Man, to be honest with you, I don't watch fights, man.
You're one of those. I'm not
I don't
surprised
watch any
actually.
sports at all.
Okay, so you seen any of my highlights on Instagram when you're scrolling the next day?
I've seen highlights. I've seen highlights. I've seen like the bare knuckle highlights and stuff. Those are crazy to watch. It was always good to watch.
Well, I'm not even gonna watch any more fights anymore. I'm just gonna watch dirty boxing when I'm there. I ain't even gonna watch that shit on TV no more,
Yeah,
bro.
I like watching fights when I'm there, or like if I go out and the fights are on. I will definitely rather watch fights than any other sport. But I never went out of my way to watch fights. I don't know, like I don't know. I always find
So
something
what do
better to
you
do.
like to do when you're not training and fighting? What do you like to do? Go out and party in Miami? Go
No,
to
I don't. I live in Arizona right now. I'm actually training at the MMA lab.
Oh, so you're not in Miami right now?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. That threw me off. I thought you were a Miami boy.
No, that's why I got mixed up with all the times and stuff. Came on a little
Oh,
late.
you West Coast over there, man. Shout out to my guy Market Cipher, Crypto Face, and J Rob the Chief. They out there in Arizona, man. Good people out there.
Do you go off roading? Is that like a Jeep or a Bronco?
No, this is a Jeep. This is like an old school Jeep.
Yeah.
We went off roading like two times, but never nothing crazy. Just to get out to the lake and like the creek and stuff.
Is there elevation over there in
Yeah,
Arizona?
Not as much. I'm from New Mexico, sorry, so I'm
yeah. Okay, not as much as like New Mexico, but
yeah.
we're like I guess compared to Florida, we're like probably like 700 feet up in the valley. You can go up higher if you go to Flagstaff.
Not really. I was sparring Sean Strickland out there in Las Vegas, and I'm pretty sure Vegas has some elevation because I was getting kind of tired.
It might be just dry as
Yeah, it's that. It's that.
Damn, there's no elevation. I was just tired of getting punched by Sean Strickland, I guess.
the dryness. The dryness gets to you though. Like if you're not used to it, like people will have nosebleeds.
Dude, they do that here in New Mexico, bro. Like my knuckles all crack in the winter and everything, and people think I'm like have some deficiency. It's like, no, bro.
No, it's just
So,
It's dry.
you excited to come back to this side, come back to Miami and put on a show for the people?
oh yeah, it should be fun. Always excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt. Well, uh, Mac, you got anything else for Alex?
Yeah,
Please.
you're gonna cut a lot of weight, and then how's your weight cut looking? And then two, do you have a prediction for us? How you think you're gonna finish this, or if you're gonna
Nice.
win by just your prediction? How you see this
All
gonna
right.
go?
Well, like, yeah, I got to cut weight like always just to get on the 145. It shouldn't be too hard. I always have a really great weight cut. Not a
Hmm.
problem. And I definitely don't have any predictions. But I always plan on winning. Always plan on putting on a show, and just trying
Absolutely.
to try and be the most. I guess for this day on forward, I try to be the most energetic version of myself inside the ring or the octagon, wherever I'm at.
Well, you usually steal cards with your energy and your fight style, so can't wait to see it, man. Like really, really happy to see you on DBX and looking forward to it.
Oh, me too. Thank you.
Yes, sir. No doubt. Bruce Leroy. How did you come up with Bruce Leroy over the Afro Samurai? Why was that?
Well, I didn't necessarily give myself the name. It was given by my managers.
That's the way it's supposed to be. You can't be like Ilya Taporia and go and change your name. He had to change it back. You have to get a nickname.
Yeah.
No, I sat on a couch and we thought about it. We were like,
Mike gave himself one. Mike gave himself
I
platform.
really did choose my
You
own
can have your
nickname.
own
I was like,
nickname. You
fuck
can have your
that,
own
man.
nickname if you want to. It's
Doubt.
not a problem. Nicknames are nicknames, and I feel like a lot of the times I don't know. You gotta rebrand yourself sometimes if you want to like start living your.
I gave myself my own belt and then fought Michael Venom Page.
Well, see, Mike, you're one that it works for, though, dude.
You know that video of that guy who gave himself a black belt and then he tried to like fight some black belts in the jiu-jitsu gym and he beat the shit. That's same shit. But thank you so much for your time today, Bruce Leroy. Look forward to seeing you Dirty Boxing June 14th. Anything else you want to let your fans know or your sponsors or anybody?
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for enjoying all my fights all these years, and make sure you tune in to Dirty Boxing. I'm going to be out there fighting at the co-main event. Should be a great fight. And if you're looking for tickets, I know my link is kind of fucked up right now, but if you go on the, how would you say, the story or my page, you can see the post. You can find the code for my link to buy tickets under my name. If you're a fan of mine or whatnot, that'll be a great help. But other than that, it should be an enjoyable night. Thank you guys.
Thanks so much, Alex Caceres.
All right, you have a good
Everybody.
day. Peace.
Yeah, you too, brother. Good to see you, man. See you soon. Thank you. Hey, there she is.
Hey,
What's up, Jesse? How's it going?
good. How are you?
Oh, good. Are you driving out there in Australia right now? Where you at?
No,
Well, you in
I live
America?
in the Bay Area. Yeah, I'm in the Bay,
In the
Northern
Bay.
California. Bay Area.
Oh, okay. You a surfer girl?
No, I'm terrified of sharks.
I feel that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, that. Um, very excited to have you fighting for us June 14th at Dirty Boxing. We've been talking with a few fighters, had them on here talking shit today. Um, are you excited to try out our rule set? What do you think about how Dirty Boxing is styled and how our rule set makes the matchups? What do you think about the rules?
Dude, I'm so excited. Years ago, like a decade ago, I fought in a similar style back home in Australia, and it was boxing in the 4 ounce MMA gloves, but with takedowns. And I remember when I fought that back then, I was like, damn, I wish I could throw elbows. And then so when you guys created Dirty Boxing, I was like, that's perfect. Like my whole team was like, that's the perfect style for you. So then obviously when Malky was like, yeah, let's put you on Dirty Boxing, I was all for it. I love it. That's all I ever want to do. Like, I don't want to grapple. I just want to fight.
All right, we're excited to see it. Absolutely, it's gonna be incredible. So you're fighting. What do you know about your opponent, Moraes?
I'm going to be honest, not much. I know she was fighting at 45, so I hope she can make 35. Because I'm just a little fella, you know. But outside of that, I don't really know anything about her. I tend to not focus on whoever I'm fighting that much. I'm very confident in what I do and how I perform. So I just try to make sure that I'm doing everything right and training the right way and having good sparring rounds and all that. And however she turns up is cool. Like, it's not going to work. So I'm going to be there either way.
All right. How do you hold on to that accent staying over here stateside?
I watch a lot of videos. No, I watch a lot of videos on Instagram. Yeah. Because I'm every now and then I'll talk to my mom, and my mom sounds super Aussie, and she'll go, "You sound like an American," and then so I have to start watching a bunch of videos to make sure my accent stays.
We're trying to hit the real questions that people want to know the answers to.
Yeah. I just say, I don't know if I can cuss in this. I just start saying a lot, and then I go, "Oh, there it is. It's back."
It's a good word. I use that word over here a lot.
I get in so much trouble using that word, dude, here in America because I work with.
Americans say, "Oh, yeah."
It sounds so aggressive when we say it, and even when we try to mean it like you guys, it's like a hard stop. It's like, bro, it doesn't
Yeah.
flow like you
Hard
guys did.
start, hard stop. It's not the same. I try to explain it to people all the time. I go, "Yeah, I love that guy. He's a funny," and it sounds nice. Like I'm giving a good compliment, you know. You guys go, "Oh yeah, he's a funny."
Yeah, if I do it, someone's being pulled out somewhere. Yeah.
You hear that, America? She's saying that you don't know how to work the. You don't know how to
It's
use
true.
it. We gotta be more sensitive.
That's it. Just be a little softer with it.
Be softer with it.
It's a little less aggressive, America.
Yeah, man, we just gotta take a chill pill. You know, I've been doing my thing, chilling back, watching fights more often than I've been having them. We're excited to see. Do you have any other fights on the card that you're excited to see on Dirty Boxing?
Um, honestly, I think the whole card is really sick. I didn't realize how many like ex UFC guys you had fighting for you. Yeah, which is sick because obviously everyone got to that level for a reason. So I feel like even guys who left or who got cut or whatever, they're always going to put on a really entertaining show as opposed to someone who's just starting out in their career. So I think the whole event's going to be incredible.
Well, and it's, with all due respect, obviously you had a very long run in the UFC. Big fan base. You know, everyone loves Jessy Jess. But then, like you said, you've won 2 fights in Muay Thai since leaving the UFC.
No, I've won 4 and a world title. I won 4 and a world
This is
title.
what I was going to say. Like, help me out here because on your Tapology doesn't say all this. So what have you been up to all this time? Now you have this perfect rule set to come back to. I don't know, it's perfect. But what have you been up to since leaving the UFC? Because all I see on your Tapology is 2 wins. But I've seen your stuff.
I have 3 finishes and a decision win and a world title, all in Muay Thai. But the plan was always this year to go into boxing. And so Dirty Boxing feels like the perfect segue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I feel like right now, like I wanted to retire from MMA long before my career, my UFC career ended. And I'm grateful that it did. And right now I just feel like I'm completing side quests. Like I'm just doing that makes me happy. You know, I have my next career post combat sports planned that I'm working towards. So right now for the next year or two, it's just trying to make a little bit of money and doing things that make me happy. And boxing, Muay Thai, that's what makes me happy.
Everything goes right on June 14th. What is everything goes well, you have a big performance, you get a highlight, and you call someone out. Who would you want to face in Dirty Boxing? Is there an influencer fighter out there or another UFC fighter or anybody?
I gotta be honest, I think there's a rematch that has been many, many years in the making between me and Paige.
Yeah.
And so it was put to the table with Bellator for a little while. And then I've talked to management, and sponsors about doing it in boxing. And then I know she said she wanted to do Dirty Boxing. I got offered it against her in Power Slap. Those fools were going to pay me $5,000. I said, I'm not rematching Paige Van Zandt for $5,000. So maybe that's it. I know she said she wanted to do Dirty Boxing. Maybe that's the place where we finally get our rematch.
That's such a banger.
That's such a banger.
That
I'm glad I asked that question. That was a good question. Good place to go.
was a great question.
Yeah, it led us right to where we wanted to be. Really excited to see your performance. So, you're happy with some of the work that Dirty Boxing has done with you as far as your contract, and we've been making sure we've been trying to keep fighters happy, as far as the pay goes and things like that. And there's going to be some bonuses up for grabs.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's even better.
We gave out about 65,000 in bonuses last time, if not more.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we give like 10,000 to fight of the night. Each fighter might get 10, and then we give some 10,000 knockout bonuses and things like that. So you guys got stuff to fight for.
Yeah, I love that. Honestly, I'm super happy with the contract because I've been offered a couple of contracts over the last 2 years that I turned down because they just weren't paying me or looking after me the way I feel like I deserve. Like I've been fighting for 15 years. You know, I was ranked number 7 in the UFC. Like I've put in the time, I've put in the effort, and yeah, my UFC run may not have ended the way I wanted it to. I still feel like I'm entitled to get paid what I'm worth based on the time and the effort I've put in. And you guys were the first ones that offered me a contract that was worth signing. So thank you.
Glad to hear it. Super glad to hear it. I'm glad we're giving back. I mean, with me kind of running things over here at Dirty Boxing, I do have say in some things, and I told them that I wanted fighters to get paid. I think that was a big part of the business that a lot of people were lacking in. If you give these fighters something to fight for, then they'll show up and they'll do their damn jobs and they'll put on a fucking show. So
That's it.
that was
That's it. It's hard. It's hard to bust your ass and fight tough people for $2,000. You know, especially paying medicals, paying for corners, everything out of that. It just makes it not worth it anymore. But yeah, no, you guys are taking care of me, so thank you.
Oh man, super glad to hear it. So what do you do in the meantime when you're out there? Maybe you're not training, or you've trained all week and then you're ready to have a good weekend. What's on the plans for Jessy?
I ride my motorbike a lot, so I work a lot with Harley, and I love my bike. I just got it custom painted, so I like to. Right now the weather is amazing, so I've been taking the bike out a lot.
Okay, that's cool. I flew to Vegas and I was sitting on a plane with this guy who lived out there. He said he was just returning from South Africa. He does,
Oh, hell
I
yeah!
think it was Roy Beck or something like that was his name. I have to look, but he does cross country dirt bike racing. So he races for like
Oh, that's so sick.
7 to 15 days. They'll race across. So
Yeah, that's tight.
he was telling me how he's got like metal all in his body, and he's his body up so many times. It's a good story. And Sean Strickland was trying to get me to go out there and ride a dirt bike. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fall.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, Sean rides like an idiot. Sean actually, before I bought my first bike, Sean was right after Sean had a real bad bike accident. He was like, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." And then the second I bought my bike, he was like, "Nah, maybe I'll get another Harley." Sean's full of Sean likes to pretend that he's safe and does all this stuff, but he's an animal.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go out there because I was afraid to be in the desert alone with Sean Strickland and a dirt bike.
Yeah, that's probably
I
smart.
thought he was gonna
And
fucking
probably
kill me.
3 yeah.
Yeah, and all the guns too. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't f- with that.
Yeah, that was a good smart decision. Yeah, smart decision.
Are you a drinker? Do you like to drink from time to
No,
time? No?
no, I'm sober 7 years. I used to drink a lot.
Oh, that's great. Congrats.
Thank you.
I like how y'all say
Vegas was
nah.
a bad place. No.
Nah. I like that. That's cool.
Do you still have the blue healers?
Yeah. I'm going home to see him right now. I just shaved them yesterday. I clipped them both. They look so weird. But it's so hot. It's so hot here. I felt bad, but yeah, I still have them. I live in a bus with the 2 dogs and a cat.
Still. Yeah, like, because I remember
Yeah.
all that, because I used to follow you on Twitter, and I haven't.
You live in a bus?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I live in a bus.
Is it a sick bus though?
I think it's pretty cool. I've renovated the whole thing, so it's very
Okay.
Jessy. Like the inside's all pink and wood and colorful and girly.
Well, that's cool, yo. Are you living a little bit off grid, something like that?
I live in an RV park, but my best friends live right next to me, so we have like little cook-ups and stuff all the time, and it's pretty tight. It's a good
How
lifestyle.
often do you move?
I actually haven't moved in a while, which has been really nice. I used to have to move every 3 weeks.
Oh, really? So this one you can just stay at pretty much permanently?
Yeah. But it's so expensive here that to even get a 1-bedroom apartment is like $3,000, and I still pay way too much to live at the RV park, but it's cheaper than getting an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they get you in life, man. There's really no way to get off grid. There was this guy went off grid. He was like, he hates his job and I was following him on social media. He bought a sailboat and he sailed from Oregon to Hawaii, and like he gained
Damn.
like millions of followers. This just happened, and he was sailing for like 20 something days. He learned about sailing and like was, posting videos about taking on water and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
he made it to Hawaii, so he gained like 2 million followers from this little journey.
Damn.
He quit his job and just said he was going to sail the world, and he did it, or he's doing
Yeah,
it.
that's super cool.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to get off subject, Jesse. I'm sorry to get off subject, but if there's anything you want to say to your fans and or to your opponent for your fight that's coming up, let them know.
I mean, I feel like the people who follow me enjoy the way I fight. They know I fight my ass off, and however it goes down, I'm excited. I'm super stoked for the rule set. I'm the first elbows.
All right, ready to see it. Mac, you got anything?
No prediction for the fight. Like, how do you think you get a stoppage? Those elbows gonna put some cuts in.
Listen. I can't predict anything.
Yep.
I just know that I'm going to be the one to walk away as winner, and however that happens, it happens, But I can't tell you exactly how it's going to go down. I've been working really hard, and I feel like this style suits my skill set. So
Yes, ma'am. You don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
We know.
I don't know how, but it's going. Yeah, you know it.
Let's go. Glad to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. See you next week.
Cheers.
Bye.
Daddy boxing. Daddy boxing.
Diddy
Daddy boxing. Max feeling those Bud Lights. Boy, it's just Bud Heavies now.
Who, me? Dude, I'm chilling, dog. This is them Bud Heavies.
Woo! Them Bud Heavies, boy. Oh,
He says Bud Heavy
I'm so glad Ice Bags left.
because he's not
He
college.
was not going to be ready to have some normal conversation.
No, not after that. Yeah, he was crashing out bad.
No, he's crashing out. He was on them Bud Heavies.
Yeah, bro. The Bud Heavies make me Bud Light, bro. I'm chill.
Hey, great work today, Mac Malley. Great job, brother.
I did my best, bro. You too. This was a new thing for us.
You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So, that's Mac's favorite line. You get what I'm saying. That's how he asked the question. He's like, hey, so you get what I'm saying.
I start this whole thing and then I stop halfway. I'm like, just go ahead.
Oh, man. Shout out to the fans who have subscribed to OverDogs Podcast and Dirty Boxing Championships. We appreciate you. We're putting a lot of work and effort into everything we're doing and trying to bring you a great show. Let us know what we can do to make it differently. And if you have been letting us know in the comments, my producers need to tell me. I'm going to go check all the comments on all the videos that we've done. I got some due diligence to put in, and I will go check those comments. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, let us know. I'm going to look at those comments, and we will see you soon for Dirty Boxing, June 14th. Don't miss out.